Scorpio, hey there gorgeous. Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for any placement of Scorpio, or cross watchers are also welcome, but I'm going to speak to you like you are a Scorpio sun sign. This is a love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overarching energy. Anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between. Just whoever you have on that sweet little Scorpio brain of yours. Anything you need to know about me, Scorpio, you can find in the About section of my channel or on my website, which is also linked in my About section. That's also where you'll find personal readings and how to book those. Let's get at your love life, babies. All right, so the energy that you bring to the connection that you have in mind is the Five of Wands. The energy the person you have in mind brings is the Strength card. We do have the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry. Wow, I got focused on that Knight of Swords. I get different energies off of him right now. I do see that you're in the Five of Wands energy, so sometimes I get hostility on here. On the Knight of Swords right now, I just have almost like a battle of wits. That's what I'm getting right now. It's interesting. It's not like a mean battle, by the way. It's just like you're testing each other's... It's almost like you're both turned on by each other's wit. That's what I'm getting. What a weird message. Okay, we're gonna move on because I can't stop. But he's like he's like tempting me. It's the weirdest thing I've ever had. It's probably because I'm in Scorpio energy right now. But the Hermit card is your overarching energy. Does mean that I think there is a bit of space in this connection at this time. I think we're taking some space to do some introspection. To really get to a space where we know that what we're doing is because our heart, our soul truly desires it, not because we feel the need to do it or we feel obligated to it. Wow, both of these very monumental healing and awakening cards. And then you do have the Lovers card, which this is just a really strong connection. With the Strength card there as well. 3 major arcanas right out the gate, and then we have the Page of Cups as well as the Nine of Pentacles. I do feel like you're single at this time, but coming into a connection of a lifetime after doing some monumental awakening, okay? Again, the Judgment card is really about letting the old way, our old ways, thoughts. We all had our little veil lifted there in 2020. Some of us, especially you being a Scorpio, have always had that veil lifted a bit. Like we were always able to see kind of more than most people, but I'm not a Scorpio, by the way. I am a Cancer, though. So as water signs, we can often see beyond the veil. But I believe that there was even us who had that ability previously were like shockingly eye-opened in 2020 to like, woo! Not only did all the trauma go on, but also I think just that we were given the gift, the ability to see more clearly what's really happening behind the scenes and everything. Interesting stuff. Sorry, I got real stuck on all that. But the Hermit card, it could be dealing with a Virgo, another Scorpio, a Gemini, or a Leo at this time. Or a Gemini, very strong. Okay. We have introspection, introversion. Some people would even maybe some sort of say isolation. I think, again, isolation is a strong word. People like to panic about things and diagnose each other, and the fear of what might be happening with somebody is actually bigger than what's really happening with somebody. We should have this space to be able to evolve, heal, whatever. And that's what I feel like you're in the midst of a wild evolution. That people might even be feeling like saying to you at this time, this is just going to be for some of you, and I feel like this is where this Five of Wands is coming from. I feel like people are telling you that you need to get out and do this and do... People love telling people how to do their healing, and meanwhile, all these people that are telling you this haven't taken the time to heal themselves, more than likely. They've gone out and tried to avoid feeling all the things and awakening and doing all the things that are required to actually evolve. You are doing what it takes to evolve, and I think people are actually saying to you that you need to get out and do this and do that and tell you how to do it. You work your program, whatever that is, your little life, however that you want to, however you feel called to do, whatever is comfortable for you. You are going to have to step out of comfort zones, but you'll do that at your own pace as well. Again, you can't make somebody step out of a comfort zone in the midst of the Hermit card. This is an extreme, you're so sensitive in this card that you walk out into the grocery store, you can feel everybody's energy around you. Your spirit is in the midst of it evolving your human at this time, right? So it's like, don't pressure yourself to go do things that is actually going to be detrimental to the healing you've already done or the evolving you've already done, okay? Again, when you're feeling better or out of this sort of needing to isolate, then step out of your comfort zone. But for right now, just be gentle with yourself. That's what I feel like right now. I feel like people aren't being gentle with you, and you're feeling the need to defend yourself and your actions at this time. Never, unless with the exception of harming other people or yourself. Please don't do either. You should never need to explain yourself to anyone, and anybody who is requiring you to explain yourself to them can kick rocks. That's my, if you want me to explain why I'm feeling pain that I didn't cause, you can kick mother effing rocks, okay? So I feel like that you're feeling a little defensive at this time. This is, for some of you, we'll get more. This is a love story, but I'm not feeling a lot of love at this time. I do feel like you have withdrawn from everyone. The Strength card, you could be dealing with a Leo, and more importantly, I feel like they're doing the exact same thing that you're doing. I feel like they're really trying to listen to their spirit over what society has told them is acceptable behavior, okay? Again, not harming anyone or yourself, but needing to stay reserved or needing to stay withdrawn because you can feel everybody's dark energy right now. Is you know, you do whatever's best for you. If you don't feel withdrawn and this isn't for you, do whatever you want to do. Go out and do whatever you want to do. But I'm saying that do just accept where you are right at this moment and be gentle with yourself, because you didn't ask to be here. This is just a part of your evolution. It's all growth is what I feel like saying right now. The Knight of Swords, again, I feel like in the outcome of this connection, it's just going to be two people who are have done all the work. They've kind of eliminated all the fog from their brain, and they're as evolved and as witty and as sharp and as spry as anybody can be, okay? That's what I'm getting right now. In your energy, the Five of Wands, the World card, the King of Cups, you, and the Moon card, Pisces. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying, is like you're in this moment of following your intuition. By the way, your intuition is on point, okay? Don't ever let nobody tell you different. Your intuition is on fire at all times. It's a matter of, you know, especially, again, a water sign, especially a Scorpio, I would say, even probably more so than other water signs. Your intuition is so on point, and the only thing that can stop you from being the most psychic being in the world is you not trusting your own psychic gifts, okay? Which the World card is kind of taking care of. I do feel like you're kind of warding people off or fending people off at this time, and I think that is just fine. Obviously, I'm not saying go out and attack people, but don't let anybody attack you while you're going through some of the biggest, most monumental shifting you'll ever endure in this lifetime as a human being. Our human beings are very impressionable, very, what's the right word? Vulnerable. Our humans are very vulnerable, and they're very susceptible to believing what they hear. So it's about listening to your inner voice and not letting anybody else's cloud your judgment, okay? Not even mine. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying listen to your own inner voice, because it's calling you to do some wild evolution. The Moon card here, to me, what it means is similar to the Hermit card, is it's about the creator, your higher self, whatever you believe in, calling you to things with no promise or guarantee that it's going to lead to anything that your ego would desire, right? But you feel called to it. It's going to fulfill you. And you just blindly, at this time, you're just blindly following your intuition. Again, there might even be some reservation or some feeling a little afraid, like, hey, you know, I've always done what I needed to do to survive, but this is different. This is like you're following calls that don't have that 9-to-5 paycheck waiting for you at the end of this. This is just like, I'm following what I feel called to do because my spirit tells me that's the only way to find true fulfillment and happiness. Again, it is a little terrifying when we're trying to break away from that societal norm, that status quo. But what I believe it's leading you into, again, is the biggest evolution of this lifetime for you. With the World card here, this is the biggest cycle end you'll ever, the successful completion of a lifelong cycle. Again, I always like to think of it as healing your perception of yourself in order to see the world with correct lenses, healed lenses. Again, we all have our own perspective. That's never going to change. We can't unperspective ourselves. We cannot look at the world with no perspective. We have to, our experiences dictate our vision, right? But when we're wounded, even the beauty in the world looks disgusting. You know what I mean? So it's like this evolution is so huge for you to be able to see all the beauty that's available to you. Whew, a lot of stuff coming through. Really powerful energy, y'all. I love you so much. I can't even tell you the powerful energy, but I do feel like, again, you're in this space of really healing yourself beyond that need to defend yourself. Again, you might always have itchy people coming at you, whatever, but there is a place where we evolve and heal so good that we don't even need to defend ourselves to those people anymore. Because we just know who we are, we know our worth, and we don't need to fight. We don't need to prove that to anyone, and we don't need to prove it to ourselves anymore. Most importantly, the King of Cups there is, I don't think you're necessarily the kind of person who's gonna ushy-gushy it up like me. I'm a Cancer. But I do feel like the love that you will provide this person, whoever you're coming into contact with, or anybody, friends, family, lovers, all people, is the deepest kind of love available to man. Okay? Wow, that was deep. That is really pretty. Okay, so the person you have in mind is, again, could be a Pisces or a Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces very strong at this time, any fixed sign, Gemini. They're doing some healing as well. So they've got the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords. I feel like this is stating we've all been through some shit. I'm not going to lie. You got the Five of Wands, they got the Five of Swords. I feel like you're both a little flinchy at this time, which is exactly why you're in this hermit mode. For those of you that this is resonating for, is because when we're in that sort of vulnerable space where we're trying to shed the egotistical layer that was there to protect us at one time, but will also block all of our blessings if we don't shed it. It's a vulnerable space where we're just kind of getting used to this, not having our wall up, our guard up. So you're both doing exactly what you need to do. It's a gorgeous reading. Again, lots of healing, lots of shifting, monumental awakening is all I can keep saying that's what keeps coming through. The kind of awakening that not all human beings are going to have available to them in this lifetime, okay? Well, the outcome is looking a little shady, okay? We got the Knight of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Nine of... It's not shady, I guess. What I'm saying is, I think at this time, neither one of you are making a decision. I don't know if you have them in your sights or not, but I don't feel like either one of you are ready to choose love or choose a relationship at this time, because you know you're still doing some healing that will need to be done if you don't want to bring that sort of sabotage the connection that comes in. So you're both in the midst of doing that. I do believe what it's saying here is that you have a very strong connection coming in, the kind that is set here to really getting like cloud nine. Okay, I know that sounds stupid. I don't even know what that means, but I'm watching you get to finally, it's almost like a vacation. You've done all this healing, growing, tumultuous relationships, toxic connections, friendships, bad jobs, all these things that were painful. Why do I keep running into these people? And what sucks is when you're a water sign and you can see through everyone, you're like, why does this keep happening? Well, because it's actually set there to evolve you, to force you into a painful space that you were avoiding feeling, probably pain from your past, even generations beyond, or lifetimes before this lifetime. But I think it's saying that right now you're refusing to choose anything but yourself, and that's exactly what you should be doing. You're doing it exactly right. Once you have come to a space where you feel, that will just be, you'll be relieved of that feeling, that sort of, again, walking out into the world, and you can feel everybody's energy. It's very overwhelming. It's almost, they call it anxiety, but it is just a psychic gift that you were born with 1,000,000%. So I feel like you're feeling the need to stay in a little bit because of that psychic gift being so prominent right now while you're going through this evolution. The Nine of Wands is about just kind of, God is saying, hey, all the work you're doing, all this introspection, all this huge monumental shifting you're doing, again, not every human is able to endure what you are enduring at this time. All the shifting, not every human is going to be able to handle that. The Creator's saying, not only have you handled it, you've done it with integrity, and you have not sold your soul or gone against what you think or feel is right, okay? Sold your soul is a pretty strong statement, but you've stayed integral to your own moral compass, whatever that means, okay? I don't even know what that means. So this is just saying, God saying, yes, all of it's not for naught, your blessings are coming, and you'll be relieved of that sort of hermit feeling shortly. Patience, it says. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. Amen. Again, the shifting you're doing, the evolving you're doing is not for the faint of heart. This is some serious work that takes extreme... what's the word I'm looking for here? Stamina is what I'm getting, but it is about not needing to jump on every opportunity. It's about letting the universe will guide you right into everything you need. You don't need to try to find where to go next. The universe is always guiding you. God, the Creator, your higher self. And it's about just trusting the process, which you're doing. The evolution that you're going through is huge. I love you so much, and I will see you guys next week. Mwah.